and we kill them. Holy dooly. Hi there, I'm the BigCraigO, and thank you for watching, clicking on and watching the next in my deck tech series. Today we're going to be playing all things Lorehold, which are colour combinations of red and white. Specifically pushing the boundaries, looking for ways to be able to pump our creatures up and make them large and in charge. So without further ado, let's go and check out Lorehold Magecraft. Alright. Well everyone, I've been, this is becoming a bit of a trend here. From my point of view, the Magecraft mechanic is just really good. It's very strong. It's very aggro, low down decks, lots of quick, immense amounts of damage. But like most of the decks that I've already reviewed, Magecraft, generally speaking, doesn't have a lot of resilience. It's a bit of a glass cannon, to use a term that some of the older Magic players will be aware of, which is you put all your eggs in one basket. Now if it gets there, you win. If it put all your eggs in one basket and they have some form of removal or a way of being able to deal with that one instance, that one creature as an example may be, you lose because you empty your hand in that one turn. So without further ado, let's go through and have a look at the actual cards that are in this one. Now, basically a couple of common cards throughout all of the different Magecraft builds I've seen. So Clever Luminancer, it's 1 white mana for a 0/1 human wizard creature. It's got Magecraft, which means that whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, Clever Luminancer gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Fantastic. We go on, we've got 4 Defiant Strikes. Target creature, it's an instant. Target creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn and you draw a card. So it is what we call a cantrip, a card that gives a pump ability but then also replaces itself. So you cast it, you get to draw another card that replaces the card you just used, which is really good. We run a full 4 play set of Fighters 1, which is 1 white mana for an instant. You can choose one or both. Target human creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains indestructible until end of turn. And target non-human creature you control gets +1/+1, gains indestructible until end of turn. Quite useful. Crash Through, this is awesome because of the red splash or the red that's in this deck. It is a sorcery speed spell. It's 1 red mana, and what it does is it gives all creatures you control trample until end of turn, and you get to draw a card, so it's a cantrip as well. I will highlight that it gives all creatures trample. This is really useful when you're getting to things like the Bone Crusher Giant, because you don't need to target it to give it trample. Quite powerful. We run a full play set of 4 Infuriates, which is 1 red mana, instant speed spell, which target creature gets +3/+2 until end of turn. Very powerful. Shock, we run 2 of these, so it's a spot removal, damage to the face, 1 red mana for an instant. Shock deals 2 damage to any target. Great for picking out blockers. It's also great for just doing damage to the face, and also making the rest of your deck trigger Magecraft, or as we're about to go through, the Clarion Spirit to create tokens. For Clarion Spirit, 1 white, 1 other for a 2/2 spirit creature. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. One of my favourites of all time, the old spirit token. Very fond memories of using these over many different decks. 4 Feats of Resistance, 1 white, 1 other for an instant. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It gains protection from the colour of your choice until end of turn. Great for pushing that damage through. It's also good with obviously Magecraft, so it does a lot of different augmenting sort of abilities because of it. Plus it gives protection from a color, which means that if someone targets your creatures to bounce them, you can just go, nah, that can't be targeted by blue or green or whatever it is that you're being targeted by. Another creature here in the form of Leonin, Light Scribe, which is 1 white, 1 other for a 2/2 cat cleric creature. It's got Magecraft, so it gets that +1/+1 for the whole team. So whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Very powerful. Show of confidence, I've said it before, I'll say it again, this is an absolutely amazing card. 1 white, 1 other for an instant speed. Whenever you cast this spell, copy it for each other instant or sorcery spell you've cast this turn. You may choose new targets for the copies. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, it gains vigilance until end of turn. Really, really powerful. If you get the right draw of cards, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to make this trigger multiple times, and every time it plays through it causes more Magecraft triggers, which just stacks and stacks and stacks. So very explosive card. Finally, we have a full 4 playset of Bonecrusher Giant, which is 1 red, 2 other for a 4/3 giant creature. Whenever Bonecrusher Giant becomes a target of a spell, Bonecrusher Giant deals 2 damage to that spell's controller. If you had one of these and you needed to target it with, say, an Infuriate or Fighters 1, you would take 2 damage. Even if it's your spell, you still take 2 damage from it. Sometimes that's fine, sometimes it's not. The cool thing about that crash through is it gives this creature trample, and you don't need to target it, just blanketly all creatures you control. So it doesn't actually pick out the specific one. Additionally, and this is probably more useful for this particular deck, Stomp spell is an adventure. It's instant speed. It's 1 red, 1 other, and damage. So damage cannot be prevented this turn, but it does 2 damage to any target. So you can clear the way. You can do damage to your opponent's face, and it causes those Magecraft triggers as well because it is an instant. We run 7 plains, 7 mountains, and 4 Fury Calm Snarls. So all in all, very, very light on deck. Very, very quick. Let's go and have a look at the mana curve. Okay, so yet again, 1.6, really low down. You'll notice that there's actually some 3-drop spells, which is different to, say, some of the other builds we've seen in the Magecraft sort of side of things. Run 16 creatures, 26 non-creatures, 18 land only. It is skewed more toward white, as with the Azorius build of this particular type of deck, more toward the white and splashing a bit more red. So it's about half of what the white is. So 1/3 red, 2/3 white. Really, really quick. I can't wait to see how it performs. So let's go and play some games. Well, this is the first hand with this deck. And as those of you that are familiar with the Deck Tech series, I always do that against Sparky. This allows me to sort of explore the synergies of the deck, work out different lines of play, and then also hopefully be able to communicate them to you guys watching at home. I'm just having a look at this hand. I don't have a red source, but I do have a very strong white hand, so I'm going to keep it and see how we go. Okay, so we did get the red source that we were hoping for, so I'll do this, reveal one of the planes, and move on with our life. My turn. Okay, so we've got a 2/2 and we have a 2/2, so play this out. I'm going to play the Light Scribe. Okay, 0/5 Crazy Turtle. Just going to play this out for now. I'm not going to do anything else for this moment. End turn. I'll play that out. Play the mountain out next turn, and hopefully get a double trigger from the 2 spirits. Okay, oh, this is just too good to be true. So we'll play the Clarion Spirit out first, play the second Light Scribe, and we're not going to attack. Basically just building up that board state because okay, can't attack, but that's alright. Okay, we draw another land there, so we'll just play that out. Okay. This is going to be fairly large. Yeah, it's looking pretty brutal. Let's go this way. I think we've pretty much won with these two flyers. Number of triggers going on here. Now I understand this is against Sparky, but that is insane. Yeah, sure thing. So they're down to 4. Block there. Go to the attack step and bash, bash, bash. This deck is looking pretty good. Let's see how it goes against a human opponent in the next one. Well, this hand looks good except for not having a body for us to be able to make larger. So I'm gonna have to mulligan it. Okay, we do get the pieces we need there. Yeah. I'm gonna put the Feet of Resistance back, I think, and hope we draw a red source. Wish our opponent Krang hello and a bit of love. Don't know what deck specifically they're playing, but see what happens, hey? Okay. Krang's maybe some Witherbloom tokens, something like that possibly. Burn the face. Attack him for 2. Pass turn. Okay, scry. Play this out. Reveal the other land. Play the Bone Giant. No attacks. Okay, so they're at 3 now. Okay, play that. Oh, it's a sorcery. That was a bit of an error. Oh. Got to remember that that's sorcery. Alright, so they're making a larger and in charger recluse spider. So whenever this creature mutates, put it 2+1/+1 counter. Nice. Nice thing. Okay, play this. Play this. Move to the attack step. I'm going to take 2 damage from the Bone Crusher, but so be it. And we kill him. Holy dooly, that's impressive. Alright, let's move on to the next game. Okay, so having a look at this hand. It's a beautiful hand, but not what we need as far as white mana sources. I'm going to give it a try, because it's too good. If we draw a single white source, which we didn't, in turn, it would be perfect. There we go. Just gonna do my thing for now. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Let's protect this. Alright, play this. And turn. Play that, so we'll be able to go 1, 2, yeah. Hopefully we can keep our clever Luminancer alive. Nice. Cool. Play this. Sit back for one more turn. Because this will be... What will that be? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. Alright, let's do it. Okay. Take 10. Seems alright still. Ridiculous. Sure. Are they going to counter it? Yes, they are. Okay. Down to 4 you go. So they got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which means they could potentially do the teamer ultimatum. Alright. Can I get protection from white? That's the question. Ooh. This is a very close game at the moment. Alright, we get there. I just didn't have the answer. Well, this opening hand looks pretty strong from my perspective, so let's definitely keep it. Say hello to our opponent, Malice Lone Wolf. Wish him a bit of love. Play the Clever Luminancer. Okay. Play this. Revealing this. Alright, so next turn we play potentially the Swamp, Clarion Spirit, and Fighters 1. Oh, 2 crabs. Okay. Opt, yeah. Drop them down to 13. I'm glad it's not Fabled Passage, to be fair. Alright. Oh, they milled us out quite a bit. Alright, so play this. And we play this. Yeah, our opponent just says, no, that's enough. We can't deal with it. Wow, really strong. So I'm noticing with Magecraft that different types of decks you play against struggle in different ways. This one, the thing about the Lorehold build of Magecraft is it gives you access to trample. It gives you access to some larger creatures that some of the other Magecraft builds don't currently. As I said previously, and I'll continue to say, these decks are going to need more tuning. They're going to continue to improve. I'm a big fan. Really looking forward to seeing where this one ends up. I would give this, I'd say that's probably just got the edge on the blue-white or Azores build of this particular Magecraft type deck. So I'll give it a B-, which is fairly high in my esteem. I would suggest that if you're looking for a deck to be a bit more resilient, I'd go for the blue-white version. This is fairly fragile. It's definitely it's a big glass cannon. I found myself in quite a few times where I had one creature. Now, whether that's shuffler, whether that's just not having the density there, I don't know. But I found myself with one creature, and if my opponent had removal, I end up sitting there building up mana for 3 or 4 turns trying to get to a creature. So just be mindful of that. If you want to go all in and just attack. This is a really good deck, and it maximizes, as you can see from the games, the damage output. The challenge that it faces is that it doesn't have the resilience that some of the other builds do. So the Selesnya build, with its the ability to give creatures hexproof, or the Azores build for the ability to be able to sort of augment each other, look after each other, and have the bounce for their stuff to be able to sort of protect your stuff. So it's a different type of deck, but I really enjoy it. Don't forget, guys, I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 7 PM to 10 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time, which is Greenwich Mean Time plus 10 hours if you live outside of Australia. I have 2 friends below here. We have the other side, this one, Grey Viking Games. If you check out in the link tree below, you'll be able to follow a link to their website where you can buy cosmetics and codes for Arena. Doesn't cost you anything more. Every purchase you make using that link that I've got there will give some form of sort of kickback to the channel, which allows us to buy codes to give away on stream and use for different reasons, different promotions, etc. We also have our friends at Spectrum Games. They're based in Sydney, Australia. They're a retailer of physical magical cards and accessories. Go and check out their web store at www.spectrumgaming.com.au. Really good customer service. They have a fairly good range of cards. If you're after something in particular that they don't have, message them. They may be able to source it for you. Regardless of that, guys, I really look forward to hopefully seeing you when I stream next. Don't forget to give this video a like or dislike if you didn't like it. And feel free to comment on any other decks that you're trialing out, including if you're using these Magecraft decks and what you think of them. As I said before, we've got the YouTube channel you're watching this on. I stream on Twitch, got a Facebook page, and we've just had a Discord. So if you follow me on Twitch, or you're a subscriber on Twitch, you get access to some more functionality on the Discord as well. Okay, guys, have a great one, and I'll see you on the battlefield soon.